What's up, loopers? Another episode. My name is Lioness. Thank you so much for choosing us today. Hey, we are here and ready to bring you another authentic Namibian story. And today is going to be special because the person that we have for you today, oh man, she's got a story to tell. And I have a feeling we will get a lot of stories today, which is the whole point, all right? But before we get into today's guest, our last podcast, man, we went outside the studio. We went to his house. He welcomed us and he said, sit down, be comfortable because you are in the Don's nest. I'm talking about Rain. Let's have a quick recap of that conversation.
There was a certain blame that was put here on
sacrifice.
Yes.
I've never believed any of that, and I don't know. People kind of used to say this all the time. Hurt people hurt people. Mm-hmm. So those people that were hurt by the loss of Eclipse also just wanted to hurt someone else. And the death of Zupak also was a big factor in the decline of not just hip hop but in terms of all Namibian music. So I mean that used to be like home ground for everyone. It didn't discriminate. It would just allow you the opportunity to showcase what you had to show. Get Lich.
My nigga Get Lich.
It's not for me either.
Should he be in the industry?
Not if it's a serious competitive industry. He can do his gimmicks to make himself cash, but I don't think he should be competing with anyone.
You see? I told you. I mean, I please don't tell me you haven't watched that episode. You need to go watch that episode after this one, though. You finish this one, you stay with us, and then you go check out Rain's episode. So go check it out, man. Shout out to Rain. He's an encyclopedia. He's a pioneer. Speaking of which, today's episode, it's a conversation it's been coming. Okay, she's an incredible woman. She's groundbreaking. Talented as hell. She's an incredible performer. But notwithstanding the artsy stuff, she's also a brainiac. Man, we'll figure it out. But she's a freaking doctor, right? Like, I mean, yo. So we're going to get into all of that. She's incredible. She's an international superstar at this point. She's award-winning. She's an international award winner. Hello, like let's just allow me to get it right. I don't want to get scolded. I get that all the time. I can't get that in this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you find yourself, please help me welcome the incredible, the gigantic Lioness.
Oh my gosh, I'm blushing.
Lioness. Come on. Accept it, bro.
I can't believe it.
What?
I started blushing already before the whole thing.
Nah, man. Nah. Let me tell you something right now, Lioness.
Yeah.
Before we get into the conversation, before we get into the how are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How have you been?
Yeah.
Is hubby okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are the kids fine? I was at Unam Radio.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the year, 2011, 2010-ish.
Wow. What
And then we hear of a rumor We have a rumor, and that time I'm on radio. Like I've got the show,
Yeah.
still Industry Loop. It was Industry Loop, but it was on radio.
Wow,
Right,
interesting.
every Friday
Nice.
with Dr. Francis.
Yeah.
So what we would do is we would have Dr. Francis come in and we would rate songs. Right. So guys would send us their songs and be like, "Yo, NSK, Dr. Francis, what do you think of the song, bro?"
Yeah, yeah.
And a rating from Dr. Francis and NSK was like huge back in the day.
Of course. Still
You know-
now. Still now.
Still now. Yeah.
Put respect on that.
So we would like, and the thing is, and the trick was we were brutally honest.
Yes.
You know, obviously we created enemies, but we
Of
also have like
course.
some really cool people on our side.
Of course.
Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, Industry Loop hits. We're doing Industry Loop 2010-11, and we have a rumor of this girl, right? Of this girl that's doing things,
Yeah.
right? And at the time, Dr. Francis and I, we dismissed it.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's
what do we
good to
say?
know.
You know, yeah. Who's out here trying to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's this? What's her name?
Yeah.
And then bam, 2014. No, 2013, 2014, 2015. I might get the dates wrong, right? And then that freestyle drops, bro. That NAM TV freestyle drops.
You actually have the dates right. Oh my god.
I have the dates right.
Yeah, you do. That is insane.
Dude.
Yeah.
And both Dr. Francis and I, because that time we moved into a bit of visuals now.
Yeah.
And we were both like, bro, who is this girl, bro?
What a long time. It's been so long. Like you've given me so much nostalgia from like a long time ago. That was really a good time for
And
you
we're gonna
people.
get into it.
Are
And
we?
we're gonna get. I just wanted to give you just a background of
Yeah.
how far
Chop it
I've
up.
heard the name,
Yeah.
what I first heard of the name, or what I first thought of the name,
Yeah.
and then later on how the name completely proved me wrong. How are you, Lioness?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm very content. I'm happy. I'm in a really good space, I think. And you know, it's not always like that when you have a lot of responsibilities, right? Kids and partners and music and professions.
Family, friends.
And family and friends.
Phew.
Struggle with that one. But I'm in a good space. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
They never do.
They never
These guests.
Well,
Thank you
I
for
get that too.
asking.
No, I'm really
Yeah.
happy you're happy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No,
You
I
look
mean, I dealt with my drama last year.
Yeah,
Right.
well, water under the bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm in a happy place.
Good.
You know, the love of my life and I, we're planning our life. We've got our kids. You know, we
I love that. That's all.
work is good.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
a TV show, so we're
Yeah,
good.
You're
We're
good. You're straight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not about me today, man. It's about you, man. It's about this queen, man. It's about
Thank you for
this
having
dominant
me.
force, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about, like, I'm really interested to know, like, who taught you this stuff, bro? Like, when the rumors started going around about you and that you can do this thing, who was the force, or what was the force behind it? Who taught you how to rap, bro? Like,
Yeah.
walk us through that journey, my guy.
Oh, yeah. So a lot of people don't, or let me not say a lot of people don't know that I rap, because that is what I am. But I'm a musician now.
Yes,
You
yes,
know?
yes, you are. Like a
I'm a
whole
yeah.
picture now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I had anyone necessarily to say you should rap, but I was surrounded by a lot of music, a lot of art, creative industry. That was really a big chunk of my childhood. You know, I did classical ballet alongside Ghetto Ballerina. She was a senior there.
Yes.
You know, I played the piano. I was always in theater. My sister is she's a DJ now as well, but
Gina now.
yeah, Gina,
Yeah.
Gina Jeans. So she's like a producer, yeah. And so when she started off, I was always around, you know. So I think it's something that came naturally, not really so much someone saying, you should actually rap. It was quite the contrary, where people were like, you should sing, like, you know.
Oh, you
try
should
it out.
sing more.
Yeah, yeah. But I never got to it because I just felt like with rap I was completely expressed, you know. With singing, I was like, I'd sing along, but my voice was not developed yet, you know. So knowing your capabilities, I think, is really important as an artist. So it really came as like domino effect. And then, KP, Script, and I, we were like a little clique back in the day. You remember that, right?
Of course. Of course.
And
can't separate the three of you out,
yeah,
man.
it was good days. I mean, we all had one common goal, like just to be Namibia's new fresh face of hip hop that time. So it was really like just one thing after the other. Yeah.
The friendship now, the three of you guys, right? I mean, cool. Like, Gato's also in the thing, or sort of kind of in the thing with you by the ballet. Your sister's now working on some stuff, and she's just like also like just trying to get to know herself and explore. Parents are supporting, even though they are a bit strict and they're looking at like, but don't be forgetting the books though.
Exactly.
Right.
You said it correctly.
Exactly. Yeah. Where does the friendship with KP and Script, like where was the common ground? Where did you guys meet, bro?
So KP and I, we went to primary school together.
Oh wait.
Yeah, like grade 1, 2, 3, 4. We were in primary school together, and then Script I met when he came back from Austria, which is like 8, 7, no, longer than that. I also don't want to get dates wrong. And he was also a rapper at that time. So he was new, he was fresh, looking for friends, and so we connected. Actually at the Cypher. That was the first time we sort of got to know each other.
At that NMTV Cypher, that's when you guys...
So a little bit before that.
Oh, wait.
But that's when we were like, I actually
literally
like
got
your
to
company.
know each other.
Yeah. So that obviously blew us away. We're like, why don't we be like a Nicki, Drake, and Lil Wayne? So even they know that the reference is always like, I love Nicki, I love her, I love what she stood for hip hop, and all the adversity she's gone through to be where she's at now. Of course, Drake and Kendrick.
Kendrick. Look at Lioness. Stop
Let
it,
me
bro.
not stir anything. So KP was a really big fan of Lil Wayne, and Script is a really big fan of J. Cole, but we just said Drake anyways. But we formed a little clique because we just wanted to rap. We just wanted to be out there. Period. That's it.
So now you guys formed this clique, right?
It wasn't like a group.
Yeah, but it was just like a
collective. A collective, exactly.
Oh,
we were always moving together, recording together, type of thing. But it was fun days. It was good. Yeah.
Let's talk about that Cypher, bro.
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember the lyrics to that Cypher. Maybe if I... I've written so much music.
Because it's been so long, right?
So long, yeah. But that was a really exciting Cypher. It was me, Kachinga, Script, KP,
and AJ.
AJ from Okahandra.
F-Zone.
Yeah, F-Zone.
F-Zone, yeah.
Where is he?
That's a good question. That's a
F-Zone,
good
where you
question.
at?
You know what I mean?
Back.
You know what? I love that type of thing. I love digging up the guys. That's probably my assignment, my next assignment.
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be
All right.
surprised. People
All
turn
right.
corporates, everything. Doctors, everything.
Doctors. Was it last week that we spoke about what's the homie's name? Dwayne, Dunamis. He's now he changed his life. He's now into ministry, married.
Which type?
Sorry?
Like in which type of
Like gospel, like he's like you know what I mean. So it's like away.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It really is. These are the type of stories that we want to bring to the fore, isn't it? So yes, AJ, I'll do some digging. Okay, cool. So that Cypher drops, and I remember that at that time I think that was my first year at Energy. We'll get the dates right.
Yeah.
But I think it was my first year at Energy. At Energy, I did a show. Straight from the streets, hip hop show on Saturdays, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Right?
I can't believe this.
Right.
No, we've been around.
Been around. It is.
Yeah.
So do that show, and then that Cypher drops. At the time, what's the homie's name? I forgot his name now. The NMTV guy.
Oof. No.
Oh man.
I have bad memories.
Producer, what is it? NMTV checks in here. Bye. Okay, shout out, bro. Yesterday, forgot his name now, bruh. Sorry. but him, right? Him. There were two at the time.
Why does controversy follow us? Because now they're
Bro, because now it's gonna be like, oh, hey, look at you guys, you can't even remember your.
No,
boy.
we got kids, y'all. Our memory is like 1 minute.
It's like screwed at this point.
Yeah.
So the two of them, they start this NAM TV thing, right?
Lioness.
and they're pushing this thing. They let me know like, yo, I see you guys have this thing. You know, if you guys want to revive that thing, we here with the cameras. I'm like, oh wait, cool. And then so he gives me heads up like, yo man, we did like a crazy cipher. I'm like, you know what, crazy cipher? Ciphers don't really work in the movie like that. He's like, nah, you'll see. And so VAR, when a cipher dropped,
it was heat.
yo, it was heat, bruh. Each one of you, everybody brought bar. It was, listen, from the first minute,
Yeah.
first second, until the last one. And it's also like, yeah, you being female and everything, you brought it, bruh.
I remember what I wore a cap with little shorts,
Yes.
jean shorts, and
Yes.
I think like a striped
Like a
t-shirt.
thingy and
Fashion has always been there. Don't
bro,
play with me.
you've always had it, bruh.
Don't play with me.
You've always had it, guy. You know what I mean?
Joking.
In the different eras, because you know back then it was like thick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there were debates on the streets, man. There was debates on radio, like who killed who. You know what I mean? Who was number one with it? Who was number two with it? You know what I mean? But Lioness, where does she fit in this thing? You know what I mean? Did she kill a couple of these homies?
Yeah.
What did that freestyle do for you, bro?
You know, I never knew it was gonna blow like that. Like when we did it, it was so quick. Like we came, we shot, everyone had their bars. It was so. Looking back at it, it was professional, I think. Like we came, we did what we had to do, we had fun, we left. I always wanted to be at the forefront of music somehow. You know, I always tell myself like I want to be on the Namibian Hall of Fame, not because
Hall of Fame, bro.
a Hall of Fame. That's that's what my vision was when I started, you know. Not so much about the bragging rights. Of course that comes with your capability. Like if you're capable, the rights come with that. But I wanted to just be able to be one of those pioneers, to be like this person, we cannot mention hip hop in Namibia or rap or music without, you know, mentioning this person. And I look back at so many artists that have still that still keep going, and that's what I wanted to have, is that longevity in art. It's really what I wanted to have. So I didn't know how it looked like, you know, I was still figuring it out, but I knew that cipher would probably then have people not talking and being like, look, Lioness is dope, period. Like it's okay if she's not your number one, but as long as you can say and give her credibility to be like, yes.
And you're proud of, man.
Thank you. It was a long journey.
Yeah, no, I mean, yo,
a long
listen,
journey.
Hey, but something else that also happened in the culture, Lioness, right?
Yeah.
Just to solidify, just to solidify, right? Was Big Cat's freestyle, bro?
Yeah, in case, cause man, Cat.
Big
I
Cat,
didn't even
bro.
know he was gonna say anything like that. And you know, the funny thing is, it was Catty Cat. It was, what was it group called? Vintuk? 061?
061 Music, yeah,
Yes,
061 Music.
061 Music.
Yeah.
There were a couple of guys on there as well. And
Yeah, Guido, Synergy.
yes.
Cannibal was also there somewhere at the back.
Caddy,
Yeah.
they were all there. And that's actually where I started off first. So, long story short, Caddy was my uncle.
Like blood.
Blood uncle.
He's your blood uncle.
He's my blood uncle. And I only found out about that really later on, because it was a time we were at like my dad's house and he was there. I was like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, bro,
And then
like-
one of my older cousins says, that's your cousin, you know. Windhoek is so small, Namibia is so small.
Wow.
So, but we never had that like, you're my family type of thing. It was always work related. So he was part of the pioneers that really groomed me in a sense to be like, look, try this, do that, rap like this, try this and that. You know, it was really a collective of so many other artists in the past. And I'm babbling now.
No,
But
no.
it's so crazy
Listen,
to me because
authentic Namibian stories.
It's
Keep that in mind. We didn't know this. We
Yeah.
wouldn't know this.
Yeah, you
So
wouldn't have.
don't mind us. We listen.
Okay, yeah. So Catty Cat, that freestyle, I was like, okay, Catty, talk your stuff, you know. But it was really good to be appreciated by people you also looked up to in the beginning and you know, continuously. I always, I'm getting sad.
Man.
Why am I getting sad? I miss him.
Real quick.
I miss them.
You did mention that you found out a bit late that is your uncle.
Yeah.
Right? Was this before the freestyle or after, bro?
It was, so the freestyle is pretty recent, right? It's like the last 10 years.
No, 10 years, yeah. 10 years,
that's
yeah.
recent.
10 years, yeah.
That's
10 years ago.
2015.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
15, yeah.
recent. I found out before, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
before.
But it was never necessarily about like family.
No, it's not
Yeah.
like, hey, uncle. We still
Yeah.
had that, like, you know,
Yeah.
that very platonic, like, we bros at the end of the day. So, yeah.
Man, because you see, like at the time, right, hip hop was buzzing.
Yeah. Oh, I miss those days. Maybe I should make a song.
But if a moment of silence there.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Maybe you should make a song. Yes. We're not saying no to that. Yeah, I almost missed that
Retiring,
bit.
NSK. I'm retiring. I'm good now. I've done a lot.
So-
I'm done with the industry.
So hip hop was buzzing, right?
You didn't catch that, yeah.
No, you're not done.
I am.
No, you're done.
No, I am done.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Pull a King TD on us here. Come on, oh, I'm retiring. No. As we will drag you back in this thing.
We'll talk about it.
But we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Industry is buzzing. You know, there's Black Vulcanite, there's 061 Music, there's KK, there's Little D, DJs pushing on this side.
Prime time.
But Infinity, La Familia, you know, Low Ski, you know, like, you know, Rainy Day, back then, M Doing before he became Dunamis, you know what I mean? People were pushing, bro. At that time, the three of you now, the collective, you guys are trying to now also like, yo, like you try to put up your hand, like, yo, we're also here. Where did you guys fit in all of that crazy? Because there were shows happening at Zoo Park. There was shows happening at schools. You know what I mean? Music videos are getting shot.
Yeah.
Where were you guys not trying? Like, how were you strategizing the three of you guys?
You know, we were just trying to be the new, like, okay, so we were trying to dominate.
Yeah.
And we wanted to be that fresh new wave of like artists and show continuity of like that Namibia has good artists, you know. We weren't really trying to step on anyone's toes. If anything, we were super inspired and we wanted to be like, I also want to get on that show or that lineup or work with these artists, because the quality of music was really, really good. It still is good now, but that time was just, anyone that can attest to that time. You know, seeing KK, Lil D, DJ on stage, the girls are going crazy, you know. And even the rap community was very different. So we just wanted to be the new kids on the block that had the ability and capabilities to also be that blueprint, for hip hop.
Yeah. You mentioned Kat being your uncle.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
But there's another birdie that tells me that you may have been related to Cannibal.
Yes, which is
Right?
now it just sounds like I'm looking for family.
No. No, not at all.
Yeah, so I was, so Cannibal, that was a really, really like, we've been together at family gatherings type of thing. Yeah, so the dynamic is a little bit crazy because even when I was like, this is crazy to me, like Caddy and Kanye at the same time.
Yeah.
But we were, yes. May their souls rest in peace, right?
Did you know that at the time when it was like growing up and so on, did you know that, or did he know that you were interested in this in the art?
Yes, Kanye was also there. So like Caddy and Kanye were always
together,
they were
of
always
course.
together. Yeah. So it always spilled off to him, and you know, the musicality that Kanye had, it was something else. Like he never really was like Lioness, like in my ear like that, but wherever, you know, we'd meet up, he'd be like, keep pushing, keep growing, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. So I'm getting so emotional again, guys.
And we still have a long conversation.
We have
bro.
a lot of things.
You know,
Get the tissues.
We gotta get some tissues.
Gonna cry.
But you know what? Let's leave it at that for now.
Okay.
You need to decide right now.
Yeah.
Okay, whether we're going to play the NAM cipher, the NAM TV cipher, or are we going to play Cat cipher where it's like, yo, the only in this building is Lioness.
Can we play both?
Can we play both?
Yeah.
Producer, we play both? Both. Let's go. We're going to play both. We'll take a small break. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. There's still so much that we need to talk about. Stick around.
That female personified, yes, sink at the Mayo. If Bob better call or collect, fuck that. My boys are called to collect prior to that beating. Anti-snitching, no words, instrument. Till next to me, phantom. Wordplay, white powder tossed, dealt with and handed. CA can find I without anti-U vowels. Ball movement, prefer the piss on you. Sputum is diseased, my son. King here, stay strapped like I dyke or summon kites to run. Blunts roll triangular. I'm the pivot, the rest equiangular. Me, I cock reels, the niggas blacks. Fertile female killing the vision with the flow. See now, opposite the pharaoh, all I see is now Lioness, queen on the throne with the king's crown. What up?
Gravitate to real gravity for those that hold me down. Keep it 100 as they bump a little homie sound. Never slow me down on the Autobahn. Lyrical massacre, verbally empty all the guns by the ton. Lighter than the heavyweights. Man can be destroyed but not defeated. Ernest Hemingway. Records I destroy and resurrect. You gonna let them play. Pictures are black and white and they got a different shade of gray. Ayy, my flow is living on vacation. And they ain't never feel it, swear I'm on probation. The heart of my grind is needing no translation. Hey, why they never dread it? Guess I gotta be Haitian. Face it, I'm a monster. Beast that got a conscience. All of the rappers concert, literally speaking nonsense. If you had to be honest, script is causing the problems. Since I dropped problems, brother been killing all the Sonic. Now first things first, I am first as a matter of fact. The fact of the matter is that I am better at rap. You factor in these other rappers, it won't matter for Jack, cause I already won the match, they just fighting for scraps. Now in all honesty, these other rappers deserve some awards, or an applause for the effort they came in and brought. Give them a pause, a silence for all of they cause. Cause after me, all that's left is a beat and a corpse. Cause I'm a force to be reckoned with and seen. If you wanna see me, go and check in Hype magazine. I'm there looking clean with the mean type of lean, making these rappers scream when I'm seen on the scene. Rep the team, 16s killing niggas. I'm notorious for letting loose more shots than Oscar Pistorius. Born warriors, Team Illa shut it down. No Eveline, I got bars like Longstreet, Cape Town.
While you developing jealousy, I'm sipping on Hennessy. Feeling like Tupac, I'ma ride on my enemies. You cats out there is misrepresenting. I got a lot of ammo. Here's the first bullet from my cannon. Dice? You will never be nice. You mad cause I got the cake and won't offer you a slice. J Black, how can you let F-Zone lift up your skirt? By your post on FB I saw you were really hurt. Who the pay 5K for your verses? With me I'll have you with ICU next to doctors and nurses. Mr. Diamonds, it's no secret. You are doing. You recorded 38 songs and all of them were whack. You owe Infinity Studios 8 grand. Stop sipping Ciroc and pay my little mans. You chicks out there rapping, none of y'all is the best. There's only one bad in this game and that's Lioness. Yes, you crazy trying to with Big Cat. 061 is in the building, you know exactly where we at. If it's skills on the mic, let me tell you who's really tight. KP, Synergy, and Black Vulcanite.
Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe listen, because you know what? Like people say, "Oh, I overreact." Maybe now you see.
It's not an overreaction. It's just what it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
You're just passionate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at those freestyles right now, it brings so much.
Memories, man. Good times. Even for you, right?
Even
just
for me, bro.
That in the entertainment space.
Yes.
And a fan as well, or a supporter. Yeah. Or
because you must understand.
As well.
Exactly. Because you must understand, Lioness, like, in as much as I'm not an artist, right? I had a different role that I was playing.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I was the radio DJ, still am, right? So I was right in the middle of all of that.
Yeah, you were hearing what we had to say. You were hearing what they had to say. Yeah.
What the papers are saying.
Yeah, oof. Yeah.
What the sponsors are saying. What haters are saying.
Haters.
You know what I mean? Man, shout out, man. Shout out to Big Cat, man. Gone too soon.
Yeah,
way ahead of his time.
Too much.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Kachinga, is doing amazing in Zambia right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's married as well.
You know what I mean?
We grew up.
Beautiful
Kachinga,
wife, right?
We forgot. Kachinga was on that
On the Cypher?
on the Cypher.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. No, you did mention him. You
I
did
did,
mention
right?
him. You did.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
my boy as
yeah.
well.
No,
Sorry,
no.
bro.
Kachinga's our boy, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's doing
Nice,
amazing. He's on DSTV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I asked the last time I spoke to him was like a month ago or so. I asked him, bro,
word?
like, where the rap side? He's like, bro, you know, we in the movies now, bro. That's where the money is. You know
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean?
No, life has to change. Life
Of course,
has to
you have to
change.
adapt
You
and
have to
evolve.
adapt and
you know?
evolve. Yeah.
So, I mean, let's talk about your successes, man. There were some key successes in your career. Key, like, listen, man, you done things, bro.
I'm gonna blush this whole episode, huh?
Coke Studio, my guy.
Yeah.
Coke Studio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
wow.
and we didn't even know, or I didn't know, that you're in production.
You know, the thing is that, like, art really opens your doors up to so many things, you know, and it doesn't need to make sense to anybody, but as long as someone catches you, it doesn't need to make sense to anybody other than you two or your own vision. So with Coke Studio, it came like such a big surprise to me, and that time I think I also was like good, like after Dreams, that was 2018. So I think it was the right time, you know. I think you know, Dreams still for me today is forever going to be that like bookmark in my success. So, and that was a big experience for me, just finding out how things are done internationally, and you know, the efficiency, and like it was bigger than me at that time, you know, and it gave me a little taste of how things work outside, which shaped me as an artist as well. So it was tough, the adjustment. Like, you really had to put, like, I had to put on my big girl pants and be like, I have to prove why I'm here, you know, and really represent my country. And oh yeah, good times.
Bro, you did
Good
it, bro. and I remember when that episode dropped, I was like,
yeah,
I mean, why not, right?
yeah.
And she and like, hey, I no disrespect to Nazizi.
Yeah, Nazizi.
Nazizi?
Yeah. It was Nazizi, Boiti, and I.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and no disrespect to Boiti. But allow
In
me
this
to
case,
say it, man.
no.
Allow me.
Don't do it.
I know you can't say it. She can't
Yo,
say it.
I'm
No,
under
she can't say it.
contract.
But I would say it.
I'm under contract. I'm joking.
She
I'm
killed
not
it.
anymore.
She killed it.
Thank you, Ines.
Killed it.
Oh,
Dead.
thank
B1
you.
butcher on the ground, under, body parts everywhere.
Oh my gosh, no.
Okay.
No, NSK, no.
Okay, sure. But you killed it.
Meme.
But you killed it. I swear. And I remember, was it Crochet that I was with on the show at the time?
Yes, it was.
It was with Crochet, right?
Yeah, it
We
was.
watched that thing and we were like, oh.
My friend, I had to work. I wasn't gonna put my life on the line like that, and like my reputation. My reputation is everything to me, you
Yeah.
know. Just knowing that I'm really doing things out of goodwill and like coming from a place of dignity. I had to go there and show up and do my best. Like, I remember I was so ill, physically.
Yo, bro.
Yeah, and I just had to show up. You have to show up. You have to show up. That's the difference between being successful and still struggling. You just need to literally show up, no matter how you feel. And there's a little bit of a fine line between that. So obviously, don't show up when you're like on your deathbed, you know. But and there are other ways to show up in that regard. But just really going out there and keep and pushing. Like, if you don't want to do it, that's when it is the best time to do it.
When the song drops, or when you guys finish with the production, and you guys are playing it back and everything, right? What about everybody else's reaction to your verse? What was Boyd's reaction to your verse?
Boiti, my homegirl. Yeah, we should.
I have to, as a Namibian, I have to ask you this, bruh.
How can I say this now in
Yeah.
a good way? In a good way. It's all good and love from my
Of course,
side.
yeah.
So I think she was also relatively new in the
Yes,
game.
yes, she was, yeah.
So she was also like starting out, and Nazizi had retired a little bit in the Kenyan market, and now and then she was like slowly getting back as well.
Okay.
So we were all at this place where we have different experiences, and we were like pushing and revving each other on. It was also all our first time, you know, and also a highlight in our careers. So we had that sisterhood at that time to be like, guys, let's do it, let's kill it, this is our song, let's push it. So there was no animosity, no weird rap, whatever. It was really like, let's give the best of ourselves right now to make this production, because they were celebrating Women's Month as well, you know. So there's a lot of weight behind that episode as well. It was my first time, Boiti's first time, Nazizi's first time.
As well, yeah.
So we had a blast. Boiti's good. We're good.
No, wait. And then so because of that episode, the continent starts calling now. The continent starts calling now. Empower starts calling now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You were that lucky kid, blessed kid that was the last in the 100 that was chosen to be part of the collective.
100.
Number 100, literally.
Yeah, number 100,
literally.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that, my guy. Especially just getting that call, getting that, you know, that confirmation, like, yo, you're part of us now. Let's try it.
So to clear the air, because I think a lot of people think I'm signed to Empower, right? I think that's also probably something you want to
clear that. Yeah.
I'm not signed.
Okay.
We have a really good working relationship, and had as well. And Easy, it was his first time at Coke Studio as well, and we met there, and he was like, hey, you know, I've got this thing called Empower. I'm trying some things out. Just, you know, enter. And I think I released a freestyle that time. I shot it at KCAC, where there was like just a light from the top, and I was rapping, you know. And so that's the song I put through as an entry.
Is that available on the internet?
I don't know if I deleted it. You know me, I'm very like, nah, delete.
Bruh, the golden rule is never delete. I know, but you know what?
As an artist, you're just like, cringy.
And that's the fight that's always there, right? Between artists and like people like me, right? That's the fight that we always have.
Yeah.
Like we are always on your case, like, what are you doing? Don't delete. It's fine. It's okay. And then for you, it's like, nah.
Yeah, I'm just like, nah, I'm not. But I think it's still on. I even forget the name of that freestyle. It was also such a long time ago.
Yeah. Okay, but so you submit that freestyle.
I submitted it, and then I, you know, put it on my socials. Guys, please support. Whatever. They did a random shuffle. They picked me. And then things really got serious. Then I went to, I don't even know if a lot of these artists have ever gone to like a producer camp. A producer camp. For 2 weeks, you're in the studio nonstop, making records. And sometimes you don't feel the most creative, you know? Yeah. And you're coming from Namibia, like, okay, let's see what I can offer. And our dialects and our languages are not spoken anywhere outside, you know. We are a very small and beautiful country, but for example, there's some languages in Zambia that are spoken in different parts, like of Uganda and things, I think.
Yeah. The Bantu. The Bantu connotation,
Yes. Yeah. And I was like, okay, how can I make this Namibian? How can I, you know, not make it sound different? How can I show that I'm like professional? I was going through a lot that time, but I really learned about studio etiquette in that time.
And you were alone that time, like you were literally alone.
I was alone. I was the only Namibian. I happened to only come a little bit later because I was still finishing up my internship. So I wasn't that flexible, but I made time for those 2 weeks. And studio etiquette for an artist is everything. You know, you can have great ideas, but if you don't know how to enunciate words or find your own sound, that whenever you get in front of the mic, this is Lioness, it's not Latoya. You understand what I mean? You gotta make sure that you bring a Lioness. So it was great. I've learned so much in my career that in retrospect has built me up to this point. Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
On that journey.
Thank you.
You said you kept on saying you kept on referring it in a past tense though.
Yeah.
Is that collective? Not collective. Is that working relationship done, or you guys still keep in contact? What's the situation?
With Easy or with Empower?
Empower.
So Empower distributes or distributed my work in the past.
Okay.
I'm not signed. And Easy, I always pop him a message. He pops me a message. We keep in touch, and he always gives me like pearls of wisdom. So, but I'm slightly shifting the dial of where my career is going. I want to try new things, like taking a break. I'm saying this for the second time. I'm retiring. So I'm I'm in a transitional state.
Okay.
I'm in a transitional state.
Shining Star Awards happen.
Yeah. Another random, not random. That's God's plan.
God's plan, but for us it seemed random, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Best female artist of the year.
Southern Africa.
Southern Africa.
Yeah.
And the competition that you had,
It
bruh.
was really hard.
And actually, wait, no, hold on. It was actually more than one award. Isn't it like 2 or 3 that you won?
I won 2 that
You
year.
won 2?
Yeah. Yeah. It's best newcomer.
What did that do for you, bro?
You know, I used to really feel some sort of way not getting a number. I'm gonna say it out there. And every artist would feel very entitled. If you're nominated, you feel entitled for the win, right? You're good enough for the win.
Yeah.
And even if you don't win, you're still recognized.
Yeah.
And I think being recognized outside, I was like, okay, you know what? Things can play out a little bit differently. I don't have to fixate myself on one thing, you know? So, you know, being recognized in Zambia, South Africa, sorry.
It's the transitional
yang
period.
the
There's
twin-
something happening
the
behind the
twang.
scenes. We will find that soon.
So just being accepted and recognized in other places makes you feel like, okay, you know, I've got actually a fan base that's not just in Namibia, it's elsewhere, and I must be doing something right, you know, that people outside can be listening to my music as well.
Yeah.
It was all votes, so my fan base came through, supporters came through, and they found that I was the one candidate to get that. You know, it's like a toss of the coin, really. So the quality is there, right? I assume.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, the quality is there.
You know, the quality is affirmed by the nomination, even from the first place.
Exactly.
Because judges do that.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the ones that check the entry or that check the music.
Yeah.
And be like, throw it in the category.
So it was just a wholesome moment, man. Like all of the efforts coming to that point of, wow, I'm actually recognized, and people can like see the effort and the success that has to come with it. Yeah.
May I?
You can. Anything.
Anything.
Anything. I told him anything today. And it's
Today's the one day that I have the home
Today's the
pass,
one
bro.
day.
I am
Yeah.
officially going to request for a song from Mr. Producer.
Okay.
And this song,
A Lioness
right?
song.
Yes, of course. Bruh, come on now. And this song officially, like, let me tell you the quick backstory, right? My favorite song has always been Dreams. It's
Yeah.
Dreams and Gang, right?
Gang.
Yeah, the you ain't gang. You're part of my day one. You ain't gang. You ain't gang. What's the? How does
How
one
is
go?
it so random that you're singing songs back to me? Do I not know my
Do you not know your
discography?
songs, bro? Like you and KP
Let me
and
tell you. I know what
and
you
Script.
talk about. I know what
Yeah,
you talk
that
about.
song.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so this is the real thing when artists really forget the things.
Even
Oh my
on stage, yo, we
Even
be
on-
like,
the lyrics and stuff.
yeah.
Cool. So that one and Dreams has always been my top 2, right?
Ah,
cool.
interesting.
And then the third one arrived. The third one is actually number 1 now.
Which
Still is number 1. Okay. So I'm on set, right? I'm on set with. I'm not going to mention her name now, but I'm on a production, right? I'm on a production.
Yeah.
And one of the people on the production, Shaya, she's also an artist.
Hey, Shaya.
You know, she kept on playing the song, right? No, not kept on playing. She kept on singing the song.
Which song?
I'm coming there.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
coming there.
sorry.
But she would just sing like a small part of it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, what song is this? Like, what song is this that you're singing, bro?
Yeah.
At one day now, because we were on set for like, is it 2-3 weeks?
Whoa.
So I'm with them every day,
Right.
And I'm like, bro, like, what song is this that you like? And now it's in my head, right? Cool.
Yeah.
And she plays the song, bro. And we had like a nice system there, like where we were shooting.
Nice.
And I'm just like, how did I miss this?
Yeah.
And you know what? And to be fair, I was more in my acting bag back then. During that phase, I was really more into my acting, film, theater. So I sort of kind of music took a back seat.
Of course.
Hence why I missed it. Bro, Superstar, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Superstar, bro.
Superstar.
Oh, that
I
song
love
spoke
Superstar.
to me, bro.
I love Superstar. Yeah.
That's my number 1
Aw.
Lioness song, dog. That's the
Really?
song that I put on when I go for an event. I put on my chain, I put on my swag, I feel
Chain.
myself. I'm like, yeah, let's go. You're the superstar, boy. Let's go. What's happening?
Sorry.
That's the song
Oh
I
my
put on,
gosh.
bro.
That That is so cool. Thank you. And it's
No, this thing is personal, Lioness.
Is it personal?
Ah.
Oh my gosh, it's so weird to sit. Not weird. It's a new experience to sit and just hear it all back. Aw, thank you.
Roll the tape, as a belief.
This the international sound. Queen Lioness in the building. You know what it is. Ain't no Wally like the guy. 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 Ain't no Wally Nandika. Wally no my superstar. On day I'm on dealinga. Befe ne egezi bas. Ain't no Wally Nandika. Wally no my superstar. On day I'm on dealinga. Befe ne egezi bas. Hello, December. Who got the money? Who's the blesser? Who got the bank? Who is a spender? I ain't talking about those niggas with the tenders. I'm on my gear 6 when I do the stick shift. Black cards, I run the business. Ay, hair long, nothing less than this inch. Yeah, alright, don't bring the beef unless it's filling me on. I can't with her, she's stealing, copy my song. I got classy goons that dressing up in Dior. I'm finally that got him shutting the store like. Ain't no Wally Nandika. Wally no my superstar. On day I'm on dealinga. Befe ne egezi bas. Ain't no Wally Nandika. Wally no my superstar. On day I'm on dealinga. Befe ne egezi bas. 6 figure, a bit richer. Slim waist, patty cake, get my bigger. Who you know who rockin' #1 spot winner? Man, I'm treating all my who gon' make dinners. Let that bum nigga for a real nigga. For that other niggas bow to my nigga. For that VIP, no standing line. For that don't wear a suit, cause he the business guy. I get wealthy, all the jealousy you got going ain't healthy. I got higher beings watching over me on balconies. Always on my ones, no you never see me capping. Mommy with the drip, all these other honey chapping.
Told you guys it's personal. I told you. I told you. Welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing us today. We've got the incredible, the indomitable Lioness with us today. Lioness.
So happy to be here.
One thing about you is, in as much as you've got all the successes, you've got the beautiful people behind you that are rooting for you. You've got your team.
Yeah.
You've had this international success, continental success, and you still. Okay, you're talking about retiring now. We'll get to it. But you've done some stuff. And in doing stuff, you are going to rub a couple of people up the wrong way.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
If you're not doing it right.
Prestige, you've had your fair share of controversies.
Yeah.
Let's start off with and I'll just chalk them off as we go.
There's a lot.
You know what I mean? But we've reduced it to a couple.
Yes.
Right?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we've reduced it to a couple. Let's talk about the Nasty C show. Nasty C comes to Namibia at the catch, right? You leave a comment on the promoter's page, like, yo, how's their hip hop show, all male, and there's no female?
Because why?
Because and at the time I saw like there's a couple of people coming for you, like, yeah, that's unprofessional when you leave a comment like that. Others are like, yeah, bro, like, where them females at? Others are saying, yeah, but like, which females though?
We got a first female president, y'all. Okay, first of all.
Oh wait, you see.
Fast forward, fast thinking. Why were there no female artists on that lineup? There's Lioness, there's Karishma, there's Ghetto Ballerina, there's Snazzy, there's Romy, there's Cassie, there's so many other beautiful, stunning ladies that have the capability. Why not even one? Or was it an all-male show? Did I miss something? Because maybe then I missed something. I just felt like at that time, at that point in time, there were so many people to pick, and I really get it. I get it that they want artists. It's their show, number one. So that's just a comment that they can literally brush under, you know, the carpet. They need to have people to bring the pool or whatever. But even if it wasn't a rapper that's a woman, another singer, we had prominent people. We had the Oteas. We had the women that were booming in that time.
Yeah, Sally.
So we had Sally, exactly. List I forget. So I was just wondering, y'all, don't you want a little bit of diversity? Then I got dragged. I'm like, okay.
But you see the culture of dragging though. Okay, you know what?
The internet is not real. The internet is not real. Like, people will say all things they need to say, and then you really have to make comparisons like, is this really worth my time? And for me, sometimes it's worth my while to just give a little bit of, you know, back check. A little bit of, don't play with me. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's water under the bridge. The true fact remains, why wasn't there a woman on the lineup? And people thought that I was asking to be on the lineup. I wasn't asking to be on the lineup. I would have loved to be on the lineup, but it was just, if I really stood for that equality in music, then it would be very foolish of me not to stand out for that one point. And Heavy is the person who wears the crown. So if I had to like be the one to be the sacrificial lamb, so be it.
So, Doris, Shikune, GB, you, Sally. No, hold on. I'm okay. Before we go to them, let's talk about the four of you guys.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Let's talk about the four of you guys.
Sorry.
No,
I was just naming all the women.
No, I've got a plan. So the four of you guys, but even before the four of you, there were other thespians and creative professionals that had incredible degrees, master's degrees, that are doing incredible things that requires ingenuity. But the four of you guys are in that moment. You are at the forefront, and you guys are medical people, right? But I still saw people that still doubted you guys. I still doubted, especially you, because you were leading the pack, right? Doubting you in the sense of, yeah, but like, you know, music is not even a real thing. And also, is that medical thing that she's doing, is it even real?
Y'all,
is it even real?
Register
how is
to
she?
UNAM,
how is she a medical white and she's an artist? Can't be.
And NSK, what I realized in my later life is that opinions are subconscious statements people make to themselves. How can she? Why would she? Why not? Why not? You know? So I'm always like, your insecurities you're projecting on me is, how can you do it? Why can I not do it? It's my life and it's my principles that I live by, okay? So if it doesn't need to make sense to everybody, and I'm not going to be plus and liked and double tapped by everyone. I've made a lot of peace with that, right? So I was like, it doesn't need to make sense to you, but let me cook and let me process it the way that I know best. And impossible to me at that time, I was like, it can be impossible to you, but not to me. So I'm living proof, literally, and all those stunning women are living proof that it's possible. It's just every newish idea to someone seems very obscene, like, oh my gosh, how can this even be, until somebody proves it, you know. I wanted to say something else that's very controversial, but I'll let you get there. So,
but did you face the stigma though?
Yes,
You
of
felt it,
course.
right?
I felt the stigma in the hospitals, in front of my subordinates. Not my subordinates. Sorry, my superiors.
Yeah.
And I always maintain that if I'm in the hospital, people would have to be like, is that Lioness? No. Is it? You know? Because I was so locked in being a doctor and actually being professional about it. There's no other ways around it. No rapping bedside. No, you know, promoting my show is coming. I'm a doctor in that time that I'm a doctor. And when I'm an artist, I give it my all. And that's how I just learned to separate it. So stigma both sides, definitely. But here we are now, you know.
What was the worst experience that you that you had to deal with, especially in that space? Being in the theater room, or just at the hospital, right?
Yeah.
Where someone legit just like, be coming here. We know you slay queens and you artists. What? You're not a real doctor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ain't nothing. Don't come tell me about anything here.
For me, it was in the actions, bro. Like I was
In
like,
the actions.
I would like do my work, and they couldn't talk about it because they're like, look, she's the
Your work
capabilities
ethic,
there.
bro.
My work ethic. That's why I said integrity and my integrity and my. The English is gone.
Professionalism, your dedication, all those nice words.
All the strengths on the CV.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's at the forefront of everything that I do. My integrity. Yeah. So it was tough. It's not like I'm saying it was an easy ride or I was like doing it flawlessly. But I really had to lock in, bro. It's my life. It's my future.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to play around with that.
We are past that now. They respect you as a medical practitioner.
Thank you.
Specializing even for that matter.
Yeah.
Duh, bruh. Oh wait. Now we said we'll just chalk it off as we go on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about KP and Script. Let's go back to the homies. Right. In as much as you guys were best friends, probably still are, but there was a period, a rumored period that there was a bit of a split. There was a bit of a rift between the three of you guys.
Yeah.
What happened there, dog?
This is another segment on its own. To wrap it up,
because there were words, there was rumors also that he wasn't invited to your wedding, or he didn't make your wedding. People talk, and you're like, and I told myself, no, look, I'm going to ask you that when the time is right. Right, for Stanji.
Yeah.
We're here now.
You know, life can change very quickly. Life changes quickly, and so do dreams and aspirations. So my dreams, my aspirations, his dreams, his aspirations, Script's dreams and aspirations really branched out, right, to a place where it's now an individual sort of route.
Yeah.
Now I need to be focusing on this route. That's really pretty much all it was. Of course, when friendships go through changes, there can be a lot of animosity, and it's things we've dealt with now, and we've cleared the air. But my direction couldn't unfortunately be tied to an entity, and so with Script, and so with KP. Later on, we all realized that, you know. But I got engaged to my childhood sweetheart, got married, had a baby. It's a lot of change, you know, and I'm the only one married out of them. So I'm not saying that necessarily changed our relationship, but changes change things.
Yes.
You know, you get what I mean, right?
I get it.
I hope I'm making sense. So we have the utmost respect and love for each other, and we support each other still, but we just had to branch off in different ways. And I think maybe in retrospect my approach was a little bit harsh, but I'm very cutty-offy, you know, like it's gotta end. You know?
You remind me of my radio partner Shekwan. Block, bro. Talk things out,
favorite,
guy.
Yeah. No, I am confrontational.
Oh, okay.
So we
right.
did have that conversation,
Okay.
but I had to be like, this is where I have to snip, and let's see what stems from it, you know. So. Okay,
so there was a bit of a split.
There was a little, yes,
and there was a bit of an animosity, but
yes,
but we are done with that.
We're done with that. We're good.
It's
we're
harmonized.
Mature. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Before I get to the next controversy, will we ever see? You're talking about retirement now. Will we ever see another Script, Lioness, KP song?
God willing, man.
Yeah?
God's plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not saying no, right?
We're not saying no if it makes sense.
If it makes sense. Not even song, probably like an EP. I'm pushing it now, probably. Even if. I'll wait. Now, I mean, next one has the whole country talking. Yes.
I can't even imagine. Which one is this? Yo, I've been in a lot of drama.
Next one has the whole country talking, right?
Yeah.
On my piano. With Gaza and my boy William Must Be Controlled.
Banger.
You know, Willie G. Beautiful song.
Thank
right?
you.
And someone explained that song to me recently. It was even a listener, by the way, on radio, who explained that. What did he say? I think I said.
Did you send me?
I think I did send it to you to your team.
Yeah, you sent it to
okay,
my team,
but it's between us.
Yeah.
Yes, between us.
Yeah.
So I sent you that to your team, just your screenshot of someone explaining to me, and I didn't even look at it that way. I'm like, wait a minute, it's actually way deeper than what we thought.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that we have to speak about the other matter as opposed to the actual song.
Oh.
The matter of the numbers, bro. Talk to me about the numbers, my guy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of, rumor mongering that the numbers were cooked. Were those numbers cooked, my guy?
NSK, I've been in this industry for so long. I've been a professional earning a salary for so long. If I wanted to cook numbers, I would have cooked it at Superstar. I would have cooked it at Funk because those were very expensive productions.
Yeah.
So
you've had some crazy visuals, crazy production music videos that you could have been like, please, Africa, look at this.
Yeah. So for me to do that now, what would that serve? How do you do it? Can somebody tell me how you do it? Because I saw, a lot of people like it's robots and what. YouTube is so strict with robots. They don't do that. So like again, I had a really good distribution and Power was distributing me West Africa. To be big doesn't mean you need to be big in Namibia only. And I keep emphasizing that. That's why I believe my first award recognition was outside. Because there's appreciation outside, It's 3 good fan base. Gaza's on the song. Is he worth $1 million? Absolutely. Willie G's on the song. Is he worth $1 million? Absolutely. And then here comes Lioness, which is my first $1 million. Very humble. In a very short time, I was also blown away. And I'm seeing comments and I was like, okay, so is the problem that I don't deserve it, or is it the problem that the figures don't make sense to you guys? Because again, when you do something for the first time, it won't make sense to everybody else. And I'm not even an analytical tech person, so how could I do that, And I was like, it took me back a little bit because it's another controversy now where Lioness is in the papers, and the dog was talking to me, King Tiri, and he's like, if they don't talk, it's not good enough,
Bravo,
so now they're talking, and I was like,
he's
actually,
a real one, that one. He's a real one.
Yeah.
People don't know it, but he's a real one.
No, he's a real one. They all are, all the gentlemen that I mentioned now. So please, let's celebrate a really good song. Let's celebrate the 3 fan bases. And that's it that I have to say.
And the West Africa element. The West Africa element.
So weirdly enough, the Latin American love my album Pull Up, and my album If Not in This Life. So Pull Up is beaming over there. So are the million streams from Namibia only? No, of course not.
And you've got access to this data, right? Like it shows you.
Of course.
It shows you, like,
I'm a professional, guys. I'm not gonna tamper with my profession at this point. But if I wanted to use robots and AI and all of that other stuff, I would have long time ago. It's just not in. I can't even afford it. Y'all, how expensive it is?
Oh, it's crazy.
And the robots the views will be.
Yeah.
YouTube has this, they have strict policies. I don't even need to explain this to a sensible person. It was a surprise and a success, and I'm going to treat it like that because I feel like I've been in it for so long. My videos reached 200,000, 250,000, over the span of 5 months, over the span of 5 years from Superstar's time till now, and the way that anyone can make $1 million on YouTube, by the way, and it doesn't need to make sense, is we're in a different time era.
Yeah.
The fans are in Namibia, the fans are elsewhere around the world, and I'm just happy to have reached a milestone in my career. I was just like, I want 1 million views, so
But it's something that you personally wanted also, like, just like,
Of
as an
course,
artist, just like
of course.
to tick it off. Yeah.
Of course. And if we have to argue about is the talent there, they can argue about that. If they want to argue about robots and AI and all of that, they can argue about that. I'm celebrating my win because I always wanted to be on a song with Gaza.
Yeah,
That
you
song-
always
I've
talk
always,
about it.
ever since
You've mentioned Gaza
time.
to me a couple of times, actually,
Yes.
in private conversations even.
And it's also like I sampled his song Karatu, so that was also like a 360 moment. Otam Tuitera
Of course.
piano is like a sample literally. So I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. I'm enjoying the ride, man.
So check this out, right?
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the song, Gaza's on it, Willie's on it. Did any of them maybe like ask you like, yo, bro, like, did you like this numbers, bro? Is it?
No, they know that I'm straight.
Oh,
though.
okay,
I'm
no,
not,
wait.
I'm not like they're my people. They know that I'm straight.
Oh,
I don't
wait,
need to do
oh, wait.
any funny things. Willie G was like, bro, the video is gonna reach 1 million soon. I literally published that video, and I like put my phone down and said I'm not gonna check. And then I'm seeing like ping, 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 ping. I was wondering what's really going on. It can happen for anyone, to anyone,
Yeah.
at any time.
Here's the thing,
any
though.
time.
What I've noticed is that you were replying to them haters.
Y'all need to get some lines here and there. At the end of the day, I am a rapper. You get me?
Yeah, and I want to ask you about that.
Yeah,
You know, when
yeah,
I was going
please
through
ask.
my drama, right, most of my mentors were like, no, don't say anything. Stay quiet, ground yourself, keep yourself busy with other stuff. Don't look at people's comments and whatever.
It's important.
So, and you're a rapper, like you, like that's the sport, right? You're not just gonna sit back and take it.
No, why?
Why was that important for you, though? I think the last comment that I saw was a couple of days ago, even.
Someone else again on some robots. And on Twitter, it's so funny because
Yeah,
for me, I'm
yeah.
having a blast. Like, I'm literally at home laughing. I was like posting like a lot of robots. Very childish. My husband's like, stop.
But you can be.
It's so
Look,
childish.
listen, everybody has that petty in them. Come on,
Gotta
man.
be petty
yeah?
sometimes. Yeah. What was your question?
Sorry, yeah. Why was there need to reply,
Oh,
bro?
what was the need to reply? Sometimes people must be told.
Yeah, no.
What
Pop
in
up
the
and
world
show.
thinks you can come to me and say things freely that are so insulting and not get a retaliation? And then when the measure is not equal, then they want to be like, oh, she's not nice. Andrew, were you not nice? So yeah, I was obviously fueled up because I was like, can we say yay? You know, but then also going back to one of the basic things is not everyone's gonna like you, and that's totally fine. Whoever's vibing with it, whoever thinks it's a good song, thank you for the views. And then even in that, they're just bumping up the numbers. Everyone's
Yeah,
like,
because
"Huh?
now
Wait,
everyone.
huh? Let me also leave a comment, leave a like, thumbs down or up.
We winning here.
We're winning over here.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Lioness, before I let you go, this retirement thing that you're talking though,
Yeah.
got me stressed, bruh. You
It's
got me
alright.
stressed, bruh.
It's alright. It will make sense.
Is it now family shenanigans? Is it like you want to focus? Just you want to, work on like the other side of the career, family. Talk to us about
No,
this.
not
Break,
even.
retire.
Not even. It was my third studio album.
Yeah.
A very significant number to me. A very, very lovely project that I personally enjoyed making. But it's been 18 years. So you spoke about NAM TV time till now. It's been so long.
Before NAM TV, because
Before
remember
NAM TV.
2010, 11, I heard a rumor of his girl.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
in high school, y'all. Now
Yeah.
I'm married with a child and a husband and everything, and a professional woman. I just wanna have a look at it from a different perspective.
Oh, yeah.
That's all. Yeah, I'll never stop creating, but I also think that in order for you to give that the best that you can, it's always good to like sit back, look at it, and be like, how can I make it better? How can I analyze this and really make it better? So I think that's the majority of where I am right now. No one could comment under a video and retire me. Never.
Yeah, always.
It's a personal thing that I decided to take on, and maybe not. Like I'll see how it goes. I'll see how it goes.
I one of my mentors loves Jaru. Right? Absolutely love the guy.
I love Joe. Yeah, I like the
And he was just saying, just in terms of this retirement talk that artists always have and so on, his point of view was you never necessarily you never really retire.
No, never.
You know what I mean? Yeah, there might be 2 years, 3 years that go by without dropping anything.
Yeah.
And he asked me, can you imagine a Jay-Z album right now? Like if Jay-Z drops some music right now, he talks about his wealth. He talks about, you know, the type of meetings that he's in today.
Precisely.
You know what I mean? The type of stocks and bonds and stuff that we don't know about, bro.
You see?
We want to get to that level. Can you imagine a Ja Rule album right now? You know, like some grown folks, like what are the older generation of rappers and the superstars?
I hear you.
What are they writing? What are they talking about? What's close to the heart? It's not in the club. It's not like, oh, making it rain and champers. It's something different.
Exactly. And that's when you just take a different perspective. Like you really look at life differently and rap about or sing about or create art that's relevant to where you are right now. Yeah.
So a Lioness album in the next 3 years, after 4 years, it's going to be some other stuff, right? Like from a different perspective.
God willing.
Because I'm not like I'm not using the word retire. I'm trying to like
You're trying to salvage that. That boat has sailed. I retired last year already.
Oh man. But you know what, Lioness, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, NSK. Thank you so much.
We
I really
appreciate you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. You know this.
Of
you know
course.
what I mean?
You my bro.
I mean, you are a cornerstone of this industry.
Thank you.
You are part and parcel of the Namibian identity. I speak about the Namibian identity all the time.
Yeah. Oh, the
You
tears
know?
are coming. Nah, today is a really sensitive day.
I can see, bro, like you've been fighting this tears.
I've been fighting
like,
the tears
since the opening.
It's just so good to have accolades.
and you are man, and like you are the standard.
Thank you.
You are the standard. Like there's a word that I love using in my work, my line of work, which is above average. You are above average. You are the standard. You're not the let's just do it. No, it's like, yo, but you need to consciously think. What emotion will this thing evoke? What is it that we're trying to portray with this movement, with this choreography, with this color grading, with this, like you were so specific and you were so attentive to detail.
Yeah.
And I love people like that.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate
Everybody
you.
behind here appreciates you. Namibia appreciates you, even with its haters.
I love the haters too. You gotta give the haters some love. That's me replying.
Oh, that's you. Like,
Some love. I'm joking. To the haters.
So we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
With your next phase,
Thank you so much.
with your next era,
Yeah.
with the next mindset, that the next what's this word?
Chapter of your
The
life.
next chapter, yes.
yeah.
The next chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow,
And you're also going to be active on socials, right?
It depends.
Yo, bruh, this girl is
depends.
really.
I'm
she's
trying to
really,
erase me. I'm
like
joking.
you really like. I'm out.
I think if I'm going to take a break, it's going to be very intentional, like really away from everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lioness.
But you guys know, I always have a trick or two up my sleeve. But again, it's God's plan in SK. If He says, nope, we're not done, we're not done. But for me right now, I'm feeling like, yeah, let's take another perspective again on the music.
Boys and girls, young and old, non-conformant, her name is Lioness. And you have seen throughout this episode why she is Lioness. What a name, by the way, dog.
Thanks, bro.
Listen, I talk for a living. I'm not usually speechless, but I am. You're the powerhouse, dog.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I
Let's
mean?
step to that.
You're
Thank
the
you.
powerhouse.
And you too.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Congrats on everything.
Thank you, bruh.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Let's leave it at that. Our next episode, we'll bring another firebrand. We'll bring another powerhouse. We brought you a truly Namibian brand, and she gave us true Namibian stories, authentic Namibian stories, and that's all we want to do. That's our aim here. We just want to unearth those stories that you didn't know, that I didn't know. You know what I mean? And we want to put it out there so that you can take it into your WhatsApp groups, take it to your family gatherings, take it to your bro connections, to the car wash, have conversations, create a movie out of it. I don't care, as long as it's Namibian, it's authentic, and it's out there. Until the next one, keep supporting this big brand, which is the New Era, the biggest newspaper brand in the country. Follow us, follow me, and we'll see who we have next time around. Sha.
Yeah.